Tony Passarella with Himalayan Crystal Salt Lamps. I'm here with Dr. Bruce Holmes, Holmes Chiropractic Clinic in Burbank, California. Dr. Holmes, let me ask you this question. How long have you been in this location here in Burbank?
I've practiced in Burbank for about 30 years.
And how many patients would you say have come through this office, have you treated?
About 22,000 patients.
And so you've seen some pretty dramatic health changes for the better.
Many people that have been seriously screwed up from a health standpoint.
And you've also now recently seen a dramatic change in your son from a health standpoint. Could you give us a little history about Tim and what the recent revelation is and as far as his health?
It's a long story, but my son was born prematurely. He ended up having approximately 130 brain surgeries for the purpose of revising fluid accumulation and shunt procedures that were designed to try and regulate the fluid balances in his brain. And over the course of time, he ended up losing a significant amount of neurological function, lost most of his balance, most of his vision. Fortunately, virtually all of his cognitive functions remained intact, but over the course of probably the last 4 years or thereabouts, after one particularly grueling series of surgeries, he ended up starting to have seizures on a regular basis, notwithstanding taking anti-seizure medication. And about 8 months ago or 9 months ago, we put one of the Himalayan salt lamps in his room, and this is something for which I have no scientific proof, but following putting the Himalayan salt lamp in his room, he hasn't had any more seizures. So before that, he had had seizures almost like clockwork every 3 months, and the seizures were long. They were 12 to 15 minutes in length, the grand mal type seizures. And since putting the salt lamp in his room, he hasn't had any more. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. But the salt lamp obviously is producing, a good stream of mineral ions into the air, as well as a whole slew of negative ions, and that appears to be having a beneficial effect for Tim.
Dr. Holmes, that's pretty amazing. I would say to the people watching this video, if you're having back problems or any kind of health challenges whatsoever, run, don't walk to see Dr. Holmes. He will give you the first evaluation for free. The phone number to the office is
818-843-1919. We're in Burbank, California, 818-843-1919.
Thank you, Dr. Holmes.